Okay, I hope I hope this works perfectly okay. I don't know why it's doing that. My avatar just every now and then just blinks randomly with one eye, even though I've changed it. Mm, that's annoying. It has something to do with my camera because or the program is glitching up for some reason. All right. Whatever goes, I guess. And that's my outfit. I think my outfit's fucking with the camera. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do auto blink. Auto blink should fit that. Yeah, that works. Oh, maybe not. Why is it acting like that? I wonder. All right. Whatever. If it works, I suppose. I gotta make sure that the frame rate stays consistent.
Y que aquí te ofrecemos, Señor, que la luz de tu gloria la ilumine hacia el paraíso. Acepta este cordero, arrastrado por la furia y el pecado, y acógenos en el paraíso, y en tu seno inmaculado. Oh Señor, nuestra dehesa pecadora. September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Can it be different? The frame rate seems steady. Hopefully it stayed that way.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'll sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I think this is it. Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back. Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico. ¡Hey! ¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, watch the car. Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
Damn, this game is dark, dark, dark. Where are the brightness settings?
gone. Phew. Anyone home? Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
Spooky Games Day, yeah! How you doing? That neck is super broken. He's super dead.
This is not good. Man, that stinks.
You having a nap? I hope it's a good nap. Enjoy your nap. Naps are good. I wish I could take more naps. It's good. They did a good job with Resident Evil 4 remake. I wish they had
Hey,
done a better job with the third game, with the third remake. You filled your nap? Oh no.
I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
I'm not good at spooky games.
Fucking way.
Ah, screw this. Just die, please.
This just keeps getting worse.
Well, Silent Hill 2 had a pretty decent remake recently. Are you kidding me? That would be nice. But I don't trust I don't necessarily trust Konami with anything. They got lucky that Bluebird Studio was really passionate about this. But here's to hoping that they do get that we do get a decent remake of 1, 3, and 4. 3 is very underrated. 4 is underrated too, but I think 3 just gets overlooked a lot for 2. Mind you, 2 is a pretty good game. Definitely opens the possibility. I just think Konami's really bad.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
It's sad because Konami had a lot.
Something's happened to people.
Konami has a lot of good properties,
My escorts.
and they had a lot of good developers until they started burning so many bridges and treating them like shit. They don't deserve that. They did so many good games for them.
Let myself out.
How do I open my map? Never mind. I could only hope, man. I could only hope that it kicks Konami in the ass and they start putting some effort into things. Cause right now all they do is like most of the time they just do collaborations and using their properties for like pachinko and other things. Of course. That's quite the ass kick. I do not want you to be alive. Ah, damn it.
Damn it.
Oh, you fucker. You're alive. I can't believe it. For now, until all the intensity starts happening. And then I'm really gonna be scared. Well, not so much scared as in anxiety. I'm gonna have anxiety over it. Wait. Oh, that's how I act. Do briefcase. How do I combine? There we go. Good luck, drink tea. I haven't drank tea in a while, but I do like tea. I do love me some tea. Wait, there was an option. Controls. quick turn. Oh, so the run button is that, huh? Okay. Where's that? Oh, I think it's in accessibility options. Nope, that's not it. I thought there was a button so that you can just hold the button instead of mashing it when you're getting grabbed. But I guess not? Hmm. I'm not a big fan of coffee. Never have been. It just tastes nasty to me. I don't know how anyone can actually bring themselves to drink it. Guess not. I checked. There isn't any. That's the quick turn. Alright. Casually just walks in.
Here we go.
Now I gotta fight him off. That's cool. Get off of me, you joker! Alright. Please get out of my way. Ah! Ow! Oh, you jerk! I'm a suffering! I'm a suffering! Hello, Johnny. Oh, the pain. Ay, coño. Oh, come on, man! Ow! It's the Chainsaw Man! And I don't like it. Oh my god. That's not good. Dr. Salvador, my beloved. Roundhouse. Roadhouse. Ow! I'm dead? I'm dead. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at these type of games. But spooky month. More ammo. I can always use more ammo. Oh, you can. Is that so? I didn't know that. Now I do. How are you still alive? No. Oh god, he's spazzing out. Wait, I can't say that anymore. That's a slur now. Whoops. Oh. I didn't see that.
Damn it.
Ow. It didn't need to be like this, man. You attacked first. Bell of the church. I can't tell. Which one's the church? Guess I'll survive. My poor knife. Calm down, chicken. No harm will be caused to you. Is that it? Is that the building though? The one I'm looking at right now? No. Hmm. Guess I'll just have to play it safe. More far away, damn. How did people even discover that? That's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, how did they do it? Eh. I'll just play normally. I'm not like a speedrunner or anything, you know. I'm just a regular guy playing the game. Oh fuck! Here we go now. Here we go. Go ahead and try to see it through me. Do it if you dare. One step forward, two steps back. I'll be there. My goodness. Oh. Grandma? Alright, I can't open that. Alright. Ow. You're serious. I'm gonna fucking die? Stop pushing me! Oh my god, he's gonna fucking clap my cheeks! Ah, I tried to parry just as I closed the menu. It didn't happen. Whoa! Brown egg, baby! More eggs! ¿Me va a hacer qué? ¿Me va a hacer qué? ¿Qué pendejo? Ah! Oh, there's the chainsaw, dude. Ah! Oh god. That's not good. Where's the button? Need healing. A good chainsaw bad. Ah! I'm. Am I? Oh, fuck me! No! No! No!
Present for you.
Okay. Okay. Can I get out of here? Ah! Get off of me! The bell, go! Leave me alone!
La campana. Al fine de flauta.
Él nos invoca.
It's bingo night, baby.
Que servir. Al Lord Sadler Todopoderoso.
All powerful Saddler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Bingo! Ho ho ho! Title drop. Give me a sec. Mm-hmm. Alright.
Roost to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
Breakfast time? You must, it must be really early where you live. Alright, man. Enjoy your breakfast. I'll take that. I'll take that. I better reload. Huh. I didn't even need to do that anymore. Shotgun.
Oh, nice.
What's a grenade doing in there? These people are savages. Someone was sleeping with shotgun shells? Come on. They had shotgun shells in that bed? The greatest protection. My my charm. Shotgun shells. No one will fuck me. Will fuck with me in my sleep with these shotgun shells by my side. I gotta see what I missed. Grab everything. Pesetas. Tactical shotgun pillow. Oh my goodness. That's pretty funny. He'll put you to sleep permanently. Fuck around and find out. Ooh. Green herb. Hierba verde. More ammo. Can I? No? Okay. Ooh, red herb. I'm just playing Tetris with these things. Dun. Dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da dun 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 dun. More pesetas. I thought there was like a blue medallion. No, that's like the original. The original had like a blue medallion there that you had to shoot. Yeah, I figured that. Is that everything? I think I'm missing like a few places to check though. I'll check and then just go. that. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. My motion controls aren't on for whatever reason. What happened to my controls? That's very weird. Oh no! My avatar crashed. The program I used crashed. That's cool. Mm, mm. Hello, Ern. Sorry, just give me a moment. For some reason my gyro control stopped working, so I'm just trying to fix it. Alright, there we go. It's back to working again. Oh yeah, and my avatar crashed. I should reopen the program. That's neat. Alright. Okay. There we go. I'm sure there was a way to get in there. But it's closed. Shoot the locks down. Unless there is no way of getting in there, and I'm just overthinking it. Can I check everything here? Oh. Oh, don't have no key for that. Okay, we move on.
These people are sick.
Yeah. Locked drawer. Gap in the wall. At least they marked some stuff. Also unfair advantage being able to understand the locals. I'll need every advantage I can get because I'm pretty bad. I think the stream looks pretty nice. I think.
There it is.
I'm trying to pay attention to the environment because I know it. I know there's like those traps Up. Resources, my favorite item. Sneaking like it's Metal Gear. Egg. Delicious. Nutritious egg. You're giving away my position. I can hear way too well with this, with this headset. I can tell what's in my right and what's in my left.
It's locked.
I can always use some more green herbs. Oh, there's a... No. That was one of those blue medallions. Oh, that's a blue medallion, I think I saw. Yep. I gotta save my knife. Eh. Nope, that is the blue medallion. There we go. Resources. I gotta make sure to remember how to switch. Yeah, that works. And the map. Because I'm bad at keeping track where I'm at. This place must smell like so bad. Oh, you fucking found me finally? I mean, I've been moving. Oh shit! You see that? The pig attacked her. You go, pig. The pig is on my side. I will never eat pork shoulder ever again. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. Yeah, you leave the pig alone. Let's go, babe. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't heard of Babe in a long time. That that's a very old movie. Holy shit. Oh hey, wait a minute. There we go. Pig will always defend cops. Oh my goodness. I'll take that egg. Well, I got 2 of the 5 medals here. Yeah. I think there was like 2 to 3 movies on Babe. I know there was Babe, Pig in the City, Pig in the Big City. Was there more than one movie? Or was that the movie that I'm thinking about? Hmm. Ooh. Oh, it's that channel. I like that channel's content. There's only 2. Ah, so Babe, if I remember, Babe Pig in the Big City is the sequel. It's the second movie. Damn. Ah, damn it. Uh, there's also Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is also a pig movie. Oh, there's another one. Same brain cell. Well, I got 3 of them. I'm trying to find the others. Okay, is it around those windows somewhere? Looking. Oh, there's a window on the other side. Give me a sec. Don't mind my my attention span at the moment. It's it's kind of all over the place. It's uh I'm also just kind of waiting on there's like a there's like a stream a art stream I have on the side too for a specific commission for Eurasia's birthday. So I'm keeping track on it. But it's not my turn yet, so okay. So can I get all can I get all 5 blue medallions? Oh no, I have my attention span is all over the place because I also have like an art stream on the side because there's a commission for Eurasia's birthday that was doing. So I had to keep track of how it's looking and whatnot. Can I get all 5 blue medallions on this go, or do I need to come back? I'm just kind of checking all around. Oh, there's one. Up. So I'm missing one more. Where the fuck is the last one? Is it in that building I can't enter? Because that's what it seems to be. Oh, hey, what's up? There we go. Hand grenade. When I have infinite money. Oh, there it is. I see it. Bam. Got them all. I'm happy with the commissions the last commission I got from you guys. And I'm also happy with the commission I got beforehand with Bear. I need more money for stuff. I just paid all my bills and I just paid all my bills today, so I'm like no more spending till next check. Oh, what's up? Food? You shouldn't have. Oh shit, fettuccine. Ooh, yum. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You forgot what? Hmm. What happened? I have no idea what you're saying. Yeah, I got these pajamas quite a while ago, but it was too warm to wear them. But hey, spooky month is tomorrow. It's the best opportunity for that shit. Plus it's chilly. And not the kind of chili that I eat. I am so definitely scared of ruining this ruining this Kigurumi. So while I eat something, I will take it off. Because I would kill myself if anything spills on it. Ugh. Stain removal. Life sucks. Where's the retry button or the quit button? Oh, you know what I can do? I can put the video to watch on stream. Yeah, there we go. We can do that. It's my stream. I do whatever I want, right? Let's see, where is it? OBS. OBS. Capture. There we go. Now I just need to know if sound is coming out. Let's see. Capture audio.
Once upon a time, there was a small indie dev studio with big dreams of making a hit game. The vision of these devs was simple. They would take some ideas from popular monster collecting games and put their own spin on it.
Yep.
Different characters, different gameplay, a totally different story, but with some familiar, albeit mixed up mechanics and some multiplayer magic. The potential success of their game attracted a powerful industry
Content
sponsor
theft.
who
Oh
utilized
no.
a subsidiary to help them develop their franchise, and together, the three entities joined forces and set up a fourth independent company to manage the intellectual property, with a bit of quid pro quo baked in. Power over the IP is increasingly funneled towards the large industry sponsor in exchange for protection and
I'll turn
access to
off my
said
avatar in
sponsor's
the meantime, too.
resources for the indie dev. A win-win, perhaps. Let me ask you, dear viewer, what game am I talking about here? Is it Pokemon? Or is it Palworld? If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Mooney and I'm a lawyer, and I've made a bunch of different videos on Pokemon and Nintendo and intellectual property law. And this video, this Nintendo vs. Palworld lawsuit video, is the culmination of everything I've previously discussed with you. This is everything we've talked about, the worst case scenario come to pass, and the different articles I've read on this topic around the internet simply do not have the combined cultural, business, and legal understanding to truly make heads or tails of it all. This lawsuit between Nintendo and Pocket Pair, between Pokemon and Palworld, is much, much more complicated than Nintendo choosing to smash an annoying copycat rival. This lawsuit is enormously complex, with many moving parts. It requires an understanding of Japanese business practices, of Japanese IP law, of American IP law, the differences between the two, of the threat that Palworld actually represents in both of those bodies of law, and of the strained relationship between Nintendo and an old rival. And through this understanding, we shall discover that the true enemy Nintendo is concerned with here is not the hapless indie devs at Pocket Pair. That it's not about crushing an upstart rival or even necessarily protecting a valuable patent, though these are certainly aggravating factors. Indeed, there is a much greater and more
janky
desperate
animation.
foe.
Alright.
In my very first true video, the video on why Nintendo is so overprotective of its
That's
IP,
gonna be, that's
I
fun, I
made the
guess.
case that big business is ranked competitive capitalism. And in that dark, dangerous jungle, predators are always circling, waiting to take a bite out of you when you are vulnerable. This lawsuit, Nintendo vs. Pal World, this is potentially the first match in an S-tier tournament grand final. This is a predator sensing
S-tier
weakness and
tournament
taking a
grand
bite.
finals.
But you might be surprised by who the predator is and who the prey is. For you see, the grand prize of this legal tournament isn't Pal World. Pal World is merely the battlefield. No, the true reward, the juicy potential prey, the grand prize at stake is not Pal World. It's Pokemon. This is going to be a long video about law and business, so you might want to grab a snack. And if the snack
I already
you're
have a
hankering
snack.
for is Japanese, or if you're one of the many Moon Channel viewers who loves learning about Japan, why not take a look at this video's sponsor, Zen Market. Let's pretend for a moment that you're a giant weeb who desperately wants to get a figurine of your favorite talking, singing robot pigtail girl, but alas, this merchandise is available only in Japan, with shipping only to Japanese addresses.
Fucking
Or
Miku.
let's say you're a Japanese person abroad who wishes that they could get access to certain books
Capcom
or amenities
versus
or even
SNK2!
foods that just aren't available outside of Japan. How do you buy Japanese without a shipping address or without the language skills? Well, that's where Zen Market comes in. Zen Market is a proxy shopping service. What that means is Zen Market allows you to buy and ship goods directly from Japanese websites without the need to know Japanese or have a Japanese address. With over 10,000 Japanese stores ranging from Rakuten to Amazon Japan to Yahoo Auctions and more, if you want Japanese stuff, Zen Market is
Really?
up to snuff. Your items from all over Japan
I would
will
love
come to
that.
you in a single box without
Listen,
consolidation
I get it.
fees and with
I get
60
why-
days of free
why
storage so that you can shop around
People
while
have
keeping your
ads,
shipping
but
costs to a
Jesus
minimum.
Christ.
Here's how it works. You browse the various marketplaces and add stuff to your cart. Zen Market confirms the prices and their availability, and then you pay Zen Market for your stuff. Zen Market then buys the stuff for you from the shops you selected. Once the items arrive at Zen Market's warehouse, you specify your shipping details.
You know
pay
what
for
this
shipping,
ad
and in a
reminds
week
me
or
of?
so, you will get your package fresh
This
from
ad reminds
Japan.
me of that I missed out
And
on a
here's
chance to
something.
get
If you sign up with
one
my link and use promo code
a really
MOONCHANNEL, you'll
rare,
get 1,000 Zen points as a sign-up bonus.
Mewtwo
That's
pillow.
1,000 yen off international shipping. Zen Market is trusted by over
Because
2
I
million
just
users and has functionality in 19
couldn't-
different languages, including
couldn't
Portuguese
fucking
for all
buy
of my
it because
beloved
I was at the
Brazilians.
car wash
So
job.
get shopping and get shipping. Get that exclusive Poke plushie or Miku
I had it
figurine and
bookmarked for a
embrace
while,
your
but then it
innermost
got
weeb.
sold out just
Or
when
be
I
like
had
me
money.
and get a crate of Boss Black for your office with Zen Market. That's Zen Market with promo code MOONCHANNEL. A special thanks to Zen Market for sponsoring this video. There comes a time in every lawyer's career, I think, when the question arises, what is more important to you, money
Ciao.
or morality?
Oh my god.
I know,
The
very
Dark
ironic
Garden and the
question, Moon.
Hero Garden.
But look, you know what I mean, right? Some lawyers justify taking advantage of the system a little bit by being flexible with their morals, pretending not to see their immorality. Others take out a sort of moral IOU and tell themselves that they'll make up for their greedy behavior through philanthropy someday. But there are some lawyers who simply throw morality to the wind and go all in on the money, who become obsessed with being a big shot. You know the sort, I'm sure. The truth of the matter is that extraordinary
Be a big
riches and
shot.
good morals
Be a
seldom
big
intersect.
shot.
As I sometimes have had to tell my more fiscally enabled clients, nobody becomes a billionaire without making billionaire decisions. I'm not talking about the doctor at the ER here, I'm talking about Dr. Oz. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, and let me tell you something. Every billionaire, no matter how good their PR department might be, has cracked a hell of a lot of eggs. Big business is the battleground in which the world billionaires fight, playing the least moral and most cutthroat competitive game of all time. The company that smiles to your face with its cool mascot and funny social media person is seeking to maximize profit from you. And likewise, is always on the lookout for ways to steal you and your money away from their competition.
Oh my god.
And if they don't play that game, well, somebody else will, and the moral company gets beaten in the great competition. Imagine a game of StarCraft or Age of Empires 2, right? There's pools of resources, and you have to outwit and outmaneuver your opponent to take control of those resources, with the ultimate goal of crushing said opponent. The victory then goes to the person or team who, in the end, is uncontested. Now imagine the same game, but in tournament settings. There's rules set by a governing
Oh my
body
god.
about what you
He's
can and
playing
cannot do
Big
in the
Shot
course of
in
play.
the
And
background,
while
but it's
some
like
of your
a
decisions might not
a
be
weird
moral, might be a bit
remix.
dirty, like using a maneuvering glitch in the grand finals of an S-tier tournament, if the rules allow it, then it's legal, and at the highest level of play, one takes every advantage that one can get. And the other players at that level also know the score. If you substitute the tournament rules with laws and the players with corporations, you start to get a sense of what big business is actually like. Idealistically, corporations should compete with each other by offering better products, cheaper prices, the idealized free market. In practice, in reality, a lot of the fighting in the corporate world occurs below the belt. And the realm of intellectual property law is one such a battlefield. It's like failing to protect your mineral line in StarCraft and having your enemy reaver drop your probes. Not every hit you take comes from the front. There's no 10 minutes no rush in big business ranked games, and failing to play the intellectual property game can mean losing your most valuable resources, your intellectual properties, and their rights, in the blink of an eye. To be clear, I don't mean that the intellectual property, the
yeah, that's right.
franchise, or the bundle of rights or what have you gets stolen here, though that is something that can happen. IP plays are Reavers, but not Dark Archons. They are Light Cav and not monks. If you're an AoE 2 nerd, they're more like Keshiks, actually. They destroy, but they don't
You know,
necessarily steal.
Sonic could have
The point is that you
outpaced
want to
that
attack your
laser.
opponent's eco
He just
advantage
slowed down to
such
help
that you can then
Pikachu.
get ahead of them militarily and thus territorially. Yes, seizure of resources is often involved, but just as often, the point is to damage the enemy's collection of resources as well, to put you further ahead in eco advantage. The more eco advantage you have, the more it snowballs. Translated into IP law, then, oftentimes IP fights between large corporations aren't about seizing properties, they're about destabilizing an existing economy.
This
And
is
when
true.
we
He
talk
already
about destabilizing intellectual property, what
He
we
w-
usually mean in the video games context
he was a
is
huge
damaging
asset
a
to
rival's
defeating
trademarks.
Taboo.
Now, the term intellectual property is a bit of a misnomer. It gives the wrong impression. IP is less a single tangible thing and much more of a bundle of divisible rights. And of these divisible rights, the big three are patents, copyright, and trademarks. I've discussed copyright and trademarks at length in the past. To summarize, though, a copyright is the exclusive legal right to produce and distribute something that one has made, and a trademark is a design used to distinguish the goods of one entity from those of another, to indicate the source of those goods. Which is to say, copyright gives you the exclusive right to sell something you made, and the trademark is the symbol that makes the thing you made different from the things other people make. This is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Nintendo gets to sell copies of this game because it owns the copyright. This game is distinguished from other platformers because of its trademarks, because of
Oh my
Kirby.
god, Rice
But
Star.
here's a question, what about the patents? The box tells you who owns the copyright and who owns the trademarks. Patents, though, are tricky. The box doesn't tell you what is or isn't patented. The game cartridge is patented, probably, but is the box design? Are there certain mechanics of Kirby that are patented that other games cannot use by merit of its patents? None of that is readily apparent, and indeed, as we will see, patent law is quite a bit trickier than copyright and trademark law, in part due to its opacity. Getting back to Palworld and Nintendo, you may have noticed that the opacity surrounding patent law has led to a lot of conjecture over the nature of Nintendo's lawsuit. Not even Pocket Pair, the defendant, knows which Nintendo patents they're allegedly infringing. There are pundits hunting through Nintendo's patents looking for the potential exact patents at play. Is Pocket Pair infringing upon Nintendo's 3D person catching mechanic patent? Is it infringing upon a Pokemon storage patent? Wasn't there a similar lawsuit involving Nintendo just a few years ago? All of that is, in my opinion, a bit of a red herring. There are innumerous patent lawsuits in the video game space, many of which you've simply never heard about. And Nintendo has always had the power to sue any number of different devs over its patents. They simply choose not to. Palworld, in that way, is special somehow. You may have already heard about Nintendo's lawsuit against Japanese mobile game company Callapole back in 2017 over patents involving touchscreen joystick controls and character attacks based on touch inputs.
That was a
ended up
thing?
with Callapole having to fork over around $21 million and ongoing licensing fees. In this Games Radar article on the subject, analyst Serkin Toto states that Nintendo could have sued half of the gaming industry back in 2017 over its patents. Callapole was special, and that might have something to do with Dragalia Lost, but we're not going to get into it in this video. You may not have heard, though, for example, of Anescape Limited versus Nintendo of America Incorporated, a 2006 case in which American company Anescape sued both Microsoft and Nintendo alleging a violation of their controller patents. Microsoft settled, but Nintendo chose to fight it out. Nintendo initially lost and was required to both stop using the technology, which at the time meant no more Wiimotes, GameCube controllers, or Wavebirds, and to pay, $21 million in damages. By sheer coincidence, the same number as the Callapole damages. But Nintendo appealed this case to the United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, where they succeeded in reversing the decision of the lower court on April 13, 2010. Anescape was hardly the only party that saw an opportunity. During the Wii/Wii U era, Nintendo was also sued by Philips, the toothbrush people, Triton Tech, Creative Kingdoms, Think Optics, Recognicorp, iLife Technologies, Motion Games, Game Vice,
What
and
the
Tomita,
hell?
amongst others. All of these patent suits, except for the Recognicorp suit, were related to controller designs. The Recognicorp suit was for facial recognition related to Mii's. Almost all of these suits were won by
appropriate
Nintendo,
spooky
and the ones
vibe
which
video,
were not
man.
were either settled or dropped. Let's zoom in for a moment on one of the cases mentioned.
Appropriate
In Nintendo
spooky
v.
vibes
Tomita,
video,
it was
Jesus.
Nintendo on the back foot.
That's
Tomita
scary.
had accused Nintendo of infringing upon its patents with the 3DS in a different suit, Tomita Technologies v. Nintendo. And Nintendo filed its own lawsuit against Tomita to invalidate Tomita's patents in response. Nintendo failed to invalidate the patents, but it did eventually succeed against Tomita, but only after a very lengthy process. Tomita filed suit in 2011 and was awarded $30.2 million in damages in 2013 by a federal jury. Nintendo then appealed the decision, and to make a long story short, the Federal Circuit Court held in 2017 that Nintendo did not infringe upon Tomita's patents. From beginning to end, the suit took more than 6 years to resolve. There have been
6
tons of patent
years.
suits filed against Nintendo, but despite how many patents Nintendo holds, and thus the massive amount of leverage Nintendo has in the industry, Nintendo has not filed very many of its own patent suits. Nintendo is hesitant to wield patents as a weapon even against emulation,
They're gonna
where
then
one imagines
snap
that
my
use
avatar.
would make the most sense. There's pretty much only Nintendo v. Callapole to point to when it comes to patent suits in recent memory. In consideration, then, of what we've discussed so far, I want you to look between the lines. Do you notice something here about all of
Mr.
these
Stark,
lawsuits?
I don't feel
Is
so
there
good.
something missing? Well, what's missing is patent suits between big players. Nintendo was willing to bring the fight to Callapole, a medium-sized player that, at the time, had the potential to make it to the big leagues. But they could have also just as easily bought the fight to Microsoft or to Sony or to any number of mobile game companies. The world of patent law is a minefield with nuclear mines. This is not like copyright or trademarks. You can't readily see where the mines are buried. And depending on the entity you're taking on, the minefield can be extremely vast and perilous, with very explosive mines. Thus, there is something of a status quo amongst large companies concerning patents, most of the time, at least. If a move does need to be made, though, it's frequently like a charge out of a trench. It's an all-in, and the consequences can be devastating. Consider Apple versus Samsung, a series of no less than 50 multinational lawsuits with billions of dollars in damages at stake that started in early 2011 and was settled out of court
50?
7 years later in 2018. When big players fight on the patent battlefield, the business world quakes. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, I want you to take away a few points here about the patent law arena. Number 1. Nintendo has a lot of patents and has, at times, chosen to enforce their patent rights over alleged infringers. Number 2. Nintendo has also been sued for alleged patent infringement many times before. Number 3. Most of these suits in both directions are relatively small potatoes because... Number 4. Patent lawsuits suck. They take forever, they are extremely complicated, and they're quite risky. You could easily take damage to your patents or lose them in the process of litigation. And thus, a large corporation with more to lose at stake will generally prefer not to engage in patent litigation against another big entity if they can avoid it. This results in a Cold War-esque mutually assured destruction status quo. A major corporation would only go over the top and charge the trenches that appear if they think that there is something massive to gain or lose, or if they are desperate enough that this is the play they think they need to make in a given instance. These points then beg the question, if patent litigation sucks so much, and Nintendo has so many potential candidates it could sue, why is it singling out Pocket Pair and Palworld? Why hammer this poor indie dev? Is it because they're small and Nintendo sees something to gain here? No. In fact, I'm going to posit that quite the opposite is true. That for those who follow the law, the business, and the background altogether,
A
Nintendo
minefield with
did
nuclear
not
mines
cast the
is
first
quite the
stone.
image.
This patent lawsuit is a desperate response to the desperate attack of a rival. We're getting there, but we need to broaden our scope a little bit first. I've given you a bit of background, but before we lift the veil, we need to broaden our scope a little bit. So far, I've discussed patents largely within the US context, but to properly understand what is going on, we need to discuss IP law within the international context, and the specifically Japanese context, before then putting aside the legal portion of the equation to solve the business side. With that in mind, let us now briefly discuss American IP law, Japanese IP law, and how IP holders have to maneuver differently in these different jurisdictions. When Palworld came out with its deep resemblance and apparent stylistic borrowing from Pokemon, many people feared a copyright suit was inbound. The two so closely resemble each other that there must be some copyright violation in there somewhere, right? But I, at the time, did not think that this was likely, not in the United States nor in Japan. I stated earlier that when it comes to the realm of video games, trademarks generally are the thing to protect. And typically, when copyright suits are filed in the United States, those suits are used as a bludgeon to protect the trademark. The trademark is the precious but brittle diamond that can be eroded by non-permissive use. As such, fighting on the copyright battlefield by proxy instead of fighting directly in the riskier trademark realm is a much preferred way of protecting the diamond. The immense success of Palworld certainly startled Nintendo. When Palworld released in January, Nintendo published a statement noting that they have not granted any permission for the use of Pokémon intellectual property or assets in that game, referring presumably to Palworld. They also noted that they would investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to Pokémon. But I do not suspect that Nintendo actually intended to do anything at the time. Palworld was certainly a smash hit, but Pocket Pair was just some small indie dev. That aside, Palworld is a clear parody, an exaggerated, sometimes comedic imitation of another creative work. It takes the cognitive dissonance of Pokémon, the fighting and ownership mechanics that contrast with Pokémon's themes of friendship, and dials that up to 11. With pals that shoot each other to apparent death with firearms, the ability to butcher pals and enslave actual other people with pseudo-Pokeballs and more. It's a pretty brutal and horrifying world, but packaged in that cute, familiar Pokemon vibe, which is what makes it funny and commentary, and thus parody and art. And parody in the United States is a protected form of free expression as per the First Amendment and is also transformative, fair use. But parody protection is much more complicated than it seems, as American law makes a distinction between parody and satire. In Campbell v. Acuff Rose Music Incorporated, the Supreme Court states that parody needs to mimic an original to make its point, and so has some claim to use the creation of its victims, or collective victims, imagination, whereas satire can stand on its own 2 feet, and so requires justification for the very act of borrowing. Which is to say, these Silva Gunner and Timmy Turner's Granddad rips I'm using as background music are parody, and not satire, because the commentary, the joke, cannot exist without the quote-unquote victim. Palworld is clearly borrowing rather heavily from Pokemon, but it's not really hiding it, and the use is arguably necessary for the art. Thus, parody and not mere satire. I think any IP lawyer would be hard-pressed to argue otherwise, quite frankly. and thus trying to take the fight to Pal World, if that's what Nintendo wants to do to protect its trademark in the realm of copyright, is a no-go, at least in the United States. But what about Japan? Aren't things very different there? Well, yes. Although much of international IP law has been standardized, interpretations of the standards therein are left to each signatory to figure out. In the United States, for example, we have fair use doctrine, which allows an affirmative defense to be applied to potential acts of copyright infringement. A court weighs the purpose and character of the use, the nature of the copyrighted work, the amount and substantiality of the original work used, and the effect of the new work on the potential market. If the purpose of the use is parody, well, that weighs in favor of the use as fair use. Japan does not have fair use. As a civil law state, what Japan does have is a series of codified exceptions to certain uses of copyrighted works, which include incidental reproduction, like accidentally showing a copyrighted work in the background of a TV show, reproduction of a work for a museum, library, or research purpose, use in quotations, reproduction for educational purposes, reproduction for public speeches, and use by governmental agencies. These so-called fair dealings provisions are narrow. They have very limited wiggle room and thus little room for interpretation. Much of Japanese IP law is this way. It's narrowly written, and so everyone knows where the fences are. In contrast with American IP law, nobody knows where the fences are until you wander into one and discover that it's hooked up to a car battery. The result of this clarity in Japan means that there is much less of a need in Japan to file lawsuits to protect oneself or one's intellectual property. There's something of a status quo that can emerge. In truth, low-level intellectual property infringement is utterly rife in Japan. It's just the powerful IP holders have less fear that they could lose control over their IP due to the strictness of the system, and thus have limited incentive to go after these lesser infringing behaviors, whereas in the US, you're incentivized to be more aggressive as the value of your property increases. I've gone over that topic a few times in the past, but to make a very long story short, the
it's probably because
of
of
organization of the
stream.
American IP law landscape, the dated nature of the DMCA, and obstinacy of Congress has made it so that IP holders have to be constantly vigilant and protective, or else risk potentially losing valuable property. This is generally not the case in Japan. Consider, for example, Japanese doujin culture. When I mentioned doujinshi in a prior video, I was surprised to see a few snickers in the comments, as apparently there is a fundamental misunderstanding of what a doujin is. And I haven't spent enough time on the internet to learn this apparently by osmosis. Contrary to Western perceptions, doujinshi are not purely prurient works. Indeed, a doujinshi when translated is merely a self-published work, and the vast majority of self-published works aren't anything lewd. We're talking about self-published magazines, parodies of manga or games, and more. It's like AO3 or DeviantArt, right? It's self-published. You know, Game Freak was once a doujin.
Pokemon Type Wild. I haven't seen that in ages.
Magazine. But by definition, very, very many of these self-published doujins, these fan magazines or fan fictions or fan games, are copyright infringement. Few to none of these works qualify under Japan's clearly delineated fair dealings exceptions, and unlike the United States, there's little wiggle room here to argue, but also little to fear from the small fries as a result. Thus, Japanese companies are free to turn a blind eye towards minor infringement, knowing that these minor infringements won't add up to hurt them. And this unspoken agreement is understood in part by the Japanese fans of various franchises who protect this unspoken agreement, and thus their carte blanche permission to make and enjoy fan works by self-policing and pulling down blades of grass who climb too high. Thus, an interesting dynamic emerges when a fan game takedown happens that affects both the Japanese and Western communities of an IP. The Japanese community will tend to rally around the IP holder, presuming that the fan game creator broke the social contract that they're accustomed to. The social contract which protects all of their rights to enjoy fan games and make fan content. And the Western community will rally around the fan game, presuming that the IP holder is taking unnecessarily harsh action in violation of ostensible fair use allowances. And the audience around Pal World has been no different in this.
I love the
Japanese social
Raticate.
media users are as vocal against Pal World and Pocket Pair as Western social media
Just
users
censoring
are
any
for
bad
Pal World
words.
and Pocket Pair. But there is a place where Japanese law and American law meet. In both of these situations, for different reasons, Nintendo has no recourse against Palworld via copyright infringement. In America, Palworld is likely a protected parody. In Japan, with its stricter rules for what copyright infringement entails, Palworld hasn't likely arisen to the level of infringement. As such, if Nintendo felt it necessary to act against Palworld to protect its trademarks, the remaining option is patents. Again, if the trademark is very valuable, you want to protect it however you can, and you want to do so by proxy if that is at all possible. To summarize then, patent lawsuits are complicated, and you generally want to avoid them, especially if large players are involved. When large players get involved, patent plays are a scary all-in with devastating potential consequences. That said, if you have an especially valuable trademark and less valuable patents, then you'd use every possible tool at your disposal to protect the trademark, even if it
The
means
music
putting
in the
those
background is
patents on the
definitely
line.
from Silver Gunner.
In the case of Palworld, the traditional bludgeon of copyright isn't available in both American and Japanese jurisprudence, but the patent bludgeon remains. And in this case, Nintendo has chosen to charge the field. The question that remains now is why? And this, I think, is something that most internet analysts simply don't understand. There are two scenarios, one of which we've already lightly touched upon, and which is the prevailing theory I've seen around the internet. The first scenario is that Nintendo saw Pocket Pair in the same way that it saw Callable, a rising power, a growing shrub in need of trimming before it got too powerful. Why let this potential rival grow beyond its boundaries to challenge you later when you have a perfectly good opportunity to strangle it now? But that generally isn't how Nintendo operates. I posit that there is a second and more likely scenario that everyone is overlooking. That this lawsuit is not Nintendo trying to shut down a small indie competitor with potential, but that it is a defensive action against the desperate offensive move of an old rival, which has set its eyes directly on Nintendo's trademark dominance. That this isn't about Pokemon versus Palworld, and is instead Nintendo versus Sony. If you're going to prison, one of the bits of conventional wisdom you might receive is don't accept any favors. Because favors, you see, come with strings attached, and if you accept food or amenities or worse, protection from someone stronger than you, you are under their thumb. In prison, nothing is truly free. There is an expectation of reciprocity that exists, and failure to adhere to this binding but unwritten agreement of reciprocity can have painful consequences. Big business is like prison in this way, but Japanese business is especially built around these unspoken, unwritten understandings. And violating the conditions of this unstated reciprocity can turn old partners into enemies for life in the drop of a hat. Everyone who has even a marginal knowledge of video game history knows the story of how Nintendo, quote-unquote, betrayed Sony. But this narrative of betrayal fails to capture the wider context of Nintendo's decision. The story that everyone knows goes something like this. In 1991, at the Consumer Electronics Show, Japanese tech giant Sony reveals that it is working with growing video game powerhouse Nintendo to create a version of the Super Nintendo that uses a CD drive. A new console known as the Nintendo PlayStation. To the untrained eye, this was awesome news for Nintendo. The addition of Sony's tech prowess to Nintendo's video game expertise would surely be an unstoppable one-two punch. The future of video gaming belonged to Nintendo. But remember, in Japanese business there is no free lunch. If you accept the favor of a larger company, there is a very real chance that the price you pay is your sovereignty. That's how Japanese business works. Larger Japanese corporations exist as conglomerates, gigantic webs of many subsidiaries, some of which may be directly or partially owned, but many of which are merely tied to the parent company in an indirect manner, sometimes by a bond as apparently flimsy as mere trust. And Nintendo, being amateurs at the time, realized Sony's intentions too late. Sony was not planning to be an equal partner. This was a sovereignty play, and Sony saw the opportunity to use Nintendo to conquer the video game market for itself. Nintendo decided then to flip the script. What happens next is often painted as Nintendo trying to shake Sony out of the video games industry, but I don't think that's true. It's almost certainly the case that Nintendo was merely trying to shake Sony out of Nintendo. The rest of the consequences be damned. The very next day, Nintendo announces a partnership with Philips. You remember Philips, right? The toothbrush people. The
Oh,
ones that
man.
sued Nintendo over the Wii? Nintendo once partnered with them too, but that's its own story for another day.
That is definitely a story.
Good.
Sony wasn't happy about that decision, naturally. With Nintendo narrowly escaping its clutches and having violated what Sony felt was a locked-in reciprocity agreement, Sony proceeded with its plans to enter the video game market on its own, resulting in the PlayStation. And for a time, Sony was quite successful. The PlayStation was a smash hit, and the PS2, well, it remains the best-selling video game console of all time. If you're curious about the top 10, number 2 is the DS, number 3 is the Switch. The Game Boy in color are number 4, the PS4 is number 5, the original PlayStation is number 6, the Wii is number 7, and the PS3 is number 8. Number 9 is the Xbox 360, and the GBA is number 10. Which begs the question then, where's the PS5? Well, the PS5 is down at number 14. To be fair, the PS5 still has a few years of life left in it, but unless Sony can come up with a meaningful reason to own the PS5, there isn't much incentive to buy one. Now is there? And that brings us to a critical part of this analysis. When Sony entered into the video games business without Nintendo, it quickly dominated the industry. But Nintendo's slow and steady growth strategy has outpaced Sony's almost American preference for short-term gains, perhaps not in share price, but certainly in industry dominance. Sure, Nintendo still struggles on the technology side with weaker hardware and backwards online functionality, but the Big N makes up for that with innovation, and more importantly perhaps, with valuable and cultivated franchises, valuable trademarks. Nintendo has Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, Metroid, Pikmin, Star Fox, and Advance Wars, and F-Zero, and Style Savvy, and Yoshi, and Xenoblade, and Nintendogs. And what does Sony have? It has once great franchises like The Last of Us, or Horizon, or God of War that they're failing to cultivate and instead milking dry with that short-term gains mentality. They have a bunch of derivative annual sports games they sell to junkies produced with the same careful attention to detail that psychiatrists in LA use to write prescriptions for Ozempic. They have franchises like Ratchet & Clank or Jak and Daxter, neither of which have ever managed to escape the sensibilities and humor of the early 2000s. They have Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer! Remember that one?
And they have Knack. Sony keeps slamming their heads into the brick wall of the completely saturated live service space, keen on indulging as much as possible in their last mover disadvantage, with some of the most creative and brilliant devs in the industry being wasted on dead at inception, boardroom designed and utterly visionless games. They've tried and failed to gain traction in the VR market, in cloud gaming and TV live streaming and more. They're in the midst of a slump and cutting staff even as Nintendo increases salaries. They're in the situation that Microsoft pretends they're in. They're where Ubisoft was 3 years ago. Their short-term business focus is hurting even their long-term partners, with the success of the Final Fantasy remakes getting bottlenecked by PlayStation exclusivity, for example. On Game Rant's PlayStation franchise tier list, MLB The Show is placed in the quote-unquote cute and creative B tier. What I'm saying is, everything has gone downhill for Sony in the video game space.
I'm annoyed because Sony has a lot of properties they just don't use, like Ape Escape. Ape Escape is dead. They're not using it.
For example,
they're not using Ape Escape, and it pisses me off.
Enemy crab, and you attack its weak point for massive damage.
Which brings us now finally to the point. Sony badly needs a win, and Sony's leadership is willing to cross a few lines to get that win. We saw them cross the line already when they took the fight to Microsoft over the Activision merger. Well, now it's Nintendo's turn. Remember that a win isn't just about seizing territory. It's not just about securing that gold pile or those minerals. It's also about denying your enemy access to resources, just as much as it is about securing your own. Along then comes Palworld, developed by Pocket Pair, about as hapless a studio of indie devs as there ever could be. Good, simple folks with big dreams and great ideas, and unfortunately some large dollar sign eyes. The game blows up in an extraordinary fashion, much to the utter shock of Pocket Pair. And in this moment, Sony sees an opportunity to score a major victory against an old rival who was supposed to belong to them. The story of Pokemon and Palworld are eerily similar. And no, I don't mean the actual in-game story, I mean more specifically the story of Game Freak and Pocket Pair. I alluded to this in the intro of the video, but understanding Nintendo's concerns here requires one to observe the emergence of Palworld through their lenses. Game Freak, the company behind Pokemon, was founded by one Satoshi Tajiri. It was as indie a company as it gets. Tajiri was just a single guy working on a doujin video game fan magazine. When the magazine, Game Freak, got popular, he was able to hire some staff, and when video games started getting boring, Tajiri sought to make his own game. To that end, he approached Nintendo for help, and Nintendo, seeing the potential, took Game Freak under its wing. But remember, there's no free lunch in Japanese business. Nintendo's bargain was this: we keep you financially afloat, we assist you with publishing and promoting and assets, but control over the franchise you've made, over Pokemon, well, that belongs to us too. You can learn more about those dynamics in the last video I made on who really owns Pokemon. It's a lot more complicated than you might think. But how about Palworld dev Pocket Pair? Well, Pocket Pair was also an independent doujin company. They had troubles with financing and backers, but eventually produced their first game, the roguelike card battler Overdungeon, which opened the door to their second game, the fun but underbaked open-world survival game Craftopia. These were modest successes that built a framework, not unlike Game Freak's early releases in Mendel Palace or Pulseman. When making Palworld, Pocket Pair relied on a random 20-year-old convenience store part-timer with zero experience in game development that they found on Twitter, because this person had uploaded some gun reloading fan animations related to the lascivious mobile gacha game Girls Front Line. Somewhat paralleling the onboarding of Game Freak artist and director Ken Sugimori, the guy who designed most of the original 151 Pokemon. He joined up with Game Freak to work on art after discovering the Game Freak magazine at a doujin shop. Pokemon, as you know, is not owned by Game Freak, at least not exclusively. Nintendo created a company called Creatures Inc. to help Game Freak with assets and marketing and merchandising. And Creatures, Game Freak, and Nintendo joined together to create the Pokemon Company, of which they all own a 1/3 share, but which in reality is largely controlled by Nintendo's interests. How is this similar to Palworld? Well, on July 10, 2024, Sony Music Entertainment, its group subsidiary Aniplex, and Pocket Pair established their own joint venture, Palworld Entertainment Incorporated. Why Sony Music Entertainment and not Sony Interactive Entertainment with the rest of the video game stuff? Well, for one, Sony Interactive is not a favored child right now of the higher-ups at Sony, and it doesn't have a good track record with valuable franchises. But also, Sony Music Entertainment is no stranger to the video games industry itself. Sony Music once had its own independent game publishing label called Untithe, which functioned a lot like Ape Incorporated over at Nintendo, supporting
Untithe? That was a misspelling I had for one of my Unite streams.
Much larger in scope.
I wasn't even serious about that shit. But Untithe is real. Untithe is real.
Oh, and it also produces a lot of anime, including but not limited to Full Metal Alchemist, Madoka Magica, Fate, Sword Art Online, and Demon Slayer. Oh, also, it co-owns Crunchyroll. The other co-owner is Sony Pictures. And Sony Music, Sony Interactive, Aniplex, and Sony Pictures are all Sony. That's Japanese business for you. What this means, though, is that Pocket Pair has signed a Devil's Pact. Pocket Pair's decision to seek the support of Sony ties them to Sony, and if Palworld grows, Sony's control over both the franchise and Pocket Pair will inevitably solidify. So in a quite literal sense, Palworld is to Sony as Nintendo is to Pokemon, and that is potentially extremely dangerous to Nintendo. Pocket Pair by itself is not worth throwing the patent lawsuit at, especially not in Japan if it's just some indie dev, even if Palworld is a massive hit. But Sony making a move on you is an entirely different animal. Sony is capable of doing massive damage and following through with it. Pocket Pair has handed Sony an extremely popular Pokemon-like that uses Pokemon's in-game mechanics that parodies and highlights the cognitive dissonance in Pokemon games that Nintendo would prefer you not think about. With exclusive merchandise already released and far bigger things on the horizon. More games, perhaps. Expansions, mobile games, sure. But also maybe an anime, a manga, a TCG, and more. The Chillet plush you buy is the Pikachu
Oh
plush
yeah, it was
you don't
recent.
buy.
That
In
the whole
normal
thing
business
was recent, man.
conditions, Sony might steer clear of such an aggressive action against Nintendo's interests. This is a clearly aggressive move at the crown jewel of another player. But Sony is desperate. Sony is a cornered beast, and this is
was a good thing to
golden
put on
opportunity
right
to
now.
take a nasty bite out of the most valuable media franchise in the history of the world. Palworld recently came out on PS5 in every country but Japan, much to the surprise of many a casual observer. But it's no surprise if you can read between the lines and see what's going on here. Returning then to our talk on IP law, Nintendo can't respond to this threat to its brand, to its trademarks, with the normal copyright sledgehammer. By complete accident, Pocket Pair has stumbled into a happy little niche in the law both in Japan and the United States, as we already discussed. The only safe avenue is a patent suit, and Nintendo has an incredible number of patents at its disposal. Thus, it uses patents here to launch its counter-salvo with the intention, of course, of avoiding any trademark action which could put its valuable core directly in harm's way. Patent actions, as we stated, suck. They take forever, they are expensive, and there can be a lot at stake sometimes. But no matter how much this patent lawsuit hurts, it cannot hurt more than direct damage to the unspeakably valuable Pokemon brand. This is why I've stated that it almost doesn't matter what patents Pocket Pair is infringing upon. We'll discuss what the patents could be in the following aggravating factors section, but the patents themselves are less important than the motives, in my opinion. Because once you understand what's actually going on in the background, Nintendo's behaviors suddenly seem a lot less hostile and predatory. It is Sony on the prowl, and Nintendo responding to this action with an overwhelming show of force, hoping that a victory here can cause Sony to think twice, or at the very least, riposte Sony's initial thrust.
Jesus
We've
Christ,
covered my
man.
main theory now on the Pokemon v Palworld.
We live in a
lawsuit,
world.
but there are admittedly some aggravating
crazy
factors.
world.
I think it's important to consider that there are matters outside of Sony and trademarks that we should also discuss. I do not believe that these are primary considerations for the suit, merely secondary considerations. The first of these considerations is that Takuro Mizobe, the CEO of Pocket Pair and director of Palworld, worked at Nintendo for a short time. Stephen Totillo at GameFile.news interviewed Mizobe, who stated that when he, Mizobe, was still a college student, he participated in a one-year Nintendo game seminar, a training program for aspiring creators. Mizobe showed off the game he made to Totillo. It's called Tentaisho, and it was released as a free downloadable game available via DS Download Play. The game released on April 27, 2011. When asked if he had learned any lessons from working with Nintendo that stuck to him, Mizobe responded with a laugh. Kind of, he said. I always think to make new things is very hard. In game development, of course, sometimes we have to do it, but as much as possible, I try to avoid creating new things. Well, he's an honest guy, I'll give him that. Also in the course of this interview, Mizobe asks Totillo, while showing off Tentaisho, to notice that the game used both of the DS screens for gameplay. A contrast with how most DS games treated one screen as its main gameplay view and used the other for support functions. So Mizobe worked at Nintendo, that's a shocker. Maybe he took some ideas with him, right? Is that what you are getting at, Mooney? Well, no, it's more than that, for you see, Mizobe did more than just make a freeware game for the DS. Takuro Mizobe is listed as an inventor on a Nintendo patent, a patent that pertains to the use of both DS screens, the very feature that he showed off to Totillo. Patent number 8491383, filed May 12, 2011, just a few weeks after Tentaisho released on the DS. Is it possible then that Mizobe used some inside knowledge that he shouldn't have had to come up with these systems in Palworld? Objection, Your Honor, lacks foundation. There is no evidence to suggest that anything so cloak and dagger is going on here, at least as far as we know right now. But it is still possible that Mizobe receiving training and even a patent credit from Nintendo only to turn around and make Palworld for Sony is a violation of the social contract we discussed that is so prevalent in Japanese business.
What the
As
hell?
such, while Mizobe's Nintendo patent isn't likely to be the primary consideration for this lawsuit, it is a possible aggravating secondary consideration. At least, this seems to be the case given what we know so far. What about the other obvious consideration, which is that Nintendo really does want to protect whatever patent it's alleging has been infringed? I mean, Nintendo has that third-person Pokeball catching patent in Japan, right? And it's filing patents here in the US as well, isn't it? Well, maybe it just wants to protect its mechanics from Palworld. What if like 1 million new games come out with this third-person catching shtick that's supposed to be the defining mechanic of modern Pokemon games? Surely then it's a good idea to pluck the weed before it has a chance to spread. All of this is possibly true, but if Palworld was just Palworld and Pocket Pair was just Pocket Pair, I suspect that Nintendo wouldn't be willing to put its patents on the line and fight a 6 to 10 year, multi-million-dollar lawsuit. The problem with Pocket Pair is that it isn't content to be an indie dev. It sees dollar signs, and joining up with Sony, that is big enough to be a massive, genuine threat, worthy of a patent suit and all the labor and risk and cost such a suit entails. Even in Japan,
I can't
where the
believe
standards, as you
this
recall,
thing,
are generally stricter.
with not even a
There
finished
are other
game,
minor
had
aggravating factors that I
merchandise
haven't covered, I'm sure.
and all of
By
this
all means,
shit.
leave your theories in the comments, and I'll see if I can't offer some clarity. But I do think that at present, all roads point to a counter volley against Sony, and that Nintendo's patent suit against Palworld makes the most sense in that context. There are a ton of monster collecting games. Pokemon itself took inspiration from Dragon Quest and maybe Lufia 2 as well. There's Digimon and Yokai Watch and Temtem and Monster Rancher and Nexomon and Monster Sanctuary and Cassette Beasts.
Oh
The
yeah,
problem
Cassette Beast.
isn't that Palworld has collectible monsters. It's not that Palworld shines a spotlight on Pokemon's contradictions with its guns and slavery either. I mean, Digimon does that too, kind of. So does every other Pokemon like. Everyone tries to point at the weird cognitive dissonance present in Pokemon. Digimon, though, is owned by Bandai Namco, a company that has a good relationship with Nintendo and is more a partner and less a competitor. Bamco is the head developer for Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. The two companies are friends. But Sony and Nintendo, they are decidedly not friends. Not after Nintendo reneged on their social contract and escaped the Sony trap. Not after Sony made a desperate power play to grab Palworld and weaken Nintendo's position. It's one thing to have a one-off smash hit indie game that maybe spawns a sequel or two before dying. It's another situation entirely to have a Sony-cultivated crown jewel of a franchise, with merchandise and an anime and a cinematic universe and mobile game spin-offs and a long-term plan for sequels, all built atop a foundation of your star franchise's narrative contradictions. At best, it hurts your brand. It makes your brand look less wholesome. At worst, there's the potential for consumer confusion or even trademark dilution. This Tozy here looks
confusion?
exactly like a Grookey with a gun. And if
Consumer
Palworld becomes a global
confusion?
hit anime for adults, will a parent buy a Grookey plush for her kid if she sees Grookey but thinks of Palworld's assault rifle wielding Tansy?
Oh my
There's a lot of
goodness,
potential damage to
give
Nintendo
me a
and Cable.
fucking break.
Damage that Sony would be thrilled to see, and even more thrilled to capitalize on. Sony's made its desperate play, and Nintendo in response has pulled out the big guns in hopes of ending this play before it gets out of control. It's mutually assured destruction, it's a stare down, and
Monkey
neither
with
side looks
gun.
like it's ready to blink.
It's a Pokemon.
I've been your
Ooh.
host, Mooney. Moon Channel donates 10% of its income to charity, so thank you for being patient with this week's
I
sponsor,
can't.
Zen Market. Special thanks also to Moon Channel artist
Capitalism is
shine for the
it's
thumbnails
it's
and art.
fucking
To
hell.
Lex, Silva Gunner, and the fine folks at Timmy Turner's Granddad for the lovely music. And last but not least, thank you to
Jesus
Moon Channel's
Christ,
incredible
man.
patrons, without whom none of this would be possible.
It's
And
so
of course,
nonsensical.
thank
It's
you
so
for tuning
so
in
non.
to Moon Channel.
Goodness. Oh my
And
god.
now it's time for
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I can't. I can't with that fucking logic. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Oh, man. Uh, I know. I know. I know because my parents weren't exactly very very bright. They weren't very bright themselves, so I know. But jeez, man. Jeez. That's insane. Everything for the money. Yep. Oh, back to more Resident. What was it? How Steph called it? Tenant bad. Back for more Tenant bad. Oh, I could have mixed it with the fucking. With the fucking. Damn it. Could have mixed it with the red herb that I had, the red herb one. Oh well. Oh yeah, I can cut the wires for that, can't I? Yeah, I can. Okay, ammo check, reload. You know, you're the one who taught me how to. You're the one who taught me to do that. Check for my ammo all the time. That way I don't need to reload at the worst timing possible.
Gotta fix everything myself.
Survival basics, baby. Yeah, you're right. Reloading! Reloading! I got your back. Oh god, are you serious?
God. Damn.
Ow! Ow. Ah, fuck. Is he dead?
Keep coming.
Ah, I tried to parry it. Oh boy. This ain't good. I did not want to do that. I wanted to kick the ladder. I wanted to kick the ladder. Ow! I'm gonna fucking die. Wait, I got eggs. Eggs, baby. Eggs! Excellent. I wanted to kick him. What happened? Fun times. 15 frame startup. Ooh, more knives. Get lastima. You know, I'll say this. I wish I had saved that PC copy of Mega Man X7. I may not like that game, but my god. You know it's real. You know that Spanish copy was real. But I don't think anyone else does. What a shame. Weapons check. Gelastima is a classic. Gelastima is a classic. There's no beating Gelastima. More shotgun shells? Don't mind if I do. There's this like the avatar program that I use for my model. It's like tweaking out today because it's like both eyes are supposed to blink, not like one blink sometimes randomly. It's very weird. Just consider it a nervous twitch from just playing spooky game. He has a lazy eye, yeah. pesetas. Oh. At least I didn't die. Can't go through there. You assholes. Oh yeah, I'm using gyro controls for what you call it. I'm using gyro controls for aiming. Oh fuck! Take that. Ratas con alas. Oh fuck. It's dynamite. Dynamite! Oh fuck. Not the... Oh come... Oh my goodness. Not this time, bitch. No necesito que camines más. Please stop. Stop it! Ugh! Wow, that bitch drew that from a mile away. Bear traps are my favorite. They're my favorite. I almost walked into another bear trap. Bitch. How are you still alive?
Next.
Are they trying to... They're going to kill themselves. They're throwing dynamite inside the building. I think they killed themselves. They can't get hit by their own weaponry, I'm sure. The idiots killed themselves. Ah, stupid bear trap, motherfucker. Oh god, oh god. Lady, why? ¿Por qué? No quiero ser tu enemigo. Damn. That's some aim. I better reload. You was hoping for that one to hit? No. Never. Oh, there's another bear trap right there. Lucky me. Hey, lady. Bitch, are you dodging my fucking shot? Don't you call me a puto cabrón. Hijo de la gran puta! Puta madre! Wow, they have really good aim. They know where to throw. And I am very upset. Where is he? Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, hey. Headshot. Flawless victory. I don't like the sound of that.
This the place?
This place, the path I chose. Starts cursing Argentinian. It's the universal Spanish cursing. Needs a couple of coños and oh hey, another one of these. Oh, that is not low enough. There we go. Cursing here is like a combo in a fighting game. A true art, yeah. I bet. Listen, I think Spanish cursing is the funniest shit and quite possibly the best kind of cursing. I don't think any other language has such colorful language, has such colorful curses. It's just it's impossible. Una guitarra?
What's that noise?
What is that noise? I don't like it. Oh, that noise. Okay, before I keep moving on, I should check one spot that I think I missed. Oh wait, and then I didn't have the key for that. Now. Yeah, then check this little corner. Okay. Leon F. Kennedy. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
That hurts, you know? Seemed like you really wanted to talk. How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke? You know, those things will kill you. Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh? Joder, not this guy!
Who are you? Yeah, stop right there!
he just bitch smacked the fucking gun. No, me dio COVID. Command grab. He definitely didn't check. He's not used to 2 buttons for grabs. He's used to the old Marvel vs. Capcom 2 ways of forward and punch, or forward and kick.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got a name?
Leon.
Quiet type, eh? I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is. I can see you're thinking. Bet you've been in spots like this before, huh? I guess you're here looking for someone. One more guess. Maybe some missing señorita?
Louis is a handsome man.
Young girl?
Talk. Now. All right. See. Her chat.
Welcome back.
Moving a señorita.
Moving her. Where?
Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church. Hanging with you, not healthy.
Damn, that hurts. Oh, it's just horrible. Oh, I love Lewis in this.
Hey, we're not done here.
Later, amigo.
I know people absolutely love the original Resident Evil 4, and that, you know, they can't. That's not gonna.
Shit.
I really like a lot of the decisions they made with the remake.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle. It sounds like she's being kept in some church.
Great. That's good news.
I heard it from this guy I met. Said his name is Luis Serra. There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
We'll call Condor 1. I'll see what I can find. In the meantime, make your way to that church.
Right. I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1, out.
Due to confession. And then they said that Leon was just too serious in this one. There's the knife. Sí, me puedo esconder porque quiero esconderme. More kitchen knife.
Hey, that's my gear.
I hope it's not like too bright on the stream, because I obviously had to turn up the brightness because it was so dark and I couldn't see on my end. Yeah, this game was so dark, like I couldn't see anything. And then my TV reflects light, so the light of the room, it just fucking, it's aggravating. And it reflects on my TV and I can't see shit sometimes. Yeah, so I turned up the brightness because otherwise I'd be in the dark about a lot of things. I think you have to kill those rats for something. For like a quest. I see the bear trap. I almost ran into it like 3 times. Cool guys don't look at bear traps. Estoy aquí. You can set off the trap, but can you set it off with the knife? I don't have a gun right now. I only have the knife. Oh. What the fuck? Leon? Oh.
Won't open. I'll be taking these back.
I'll take all the kitchen knives. What are those for? You know what I want to try out in the future? There's a randomizer mod for Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Over here, stranger.
Who's that?
He's your best friend. He's everyone's best friend, stranger.
Let's do some business then, eh?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, rifle ammo.
Welcome. Well done. You've proven yourself reliable. Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Stranger?
There's some things money can't buy.
Yellow diamonds.
I still have some new items you might be interested in. That cash in your pocket or your life. Easy choice, mate.
You want that upgrade for the case?
Well then, what can I do you for? I'll buy almost anything. Thank you. Will that be all? Come back.
He's such a good guy. Should I save my stones? Oh, I can sell that.
Anytime. Welcome. A deal well struck.
Damn, you get a good amount of money from that.
What you see is what a bit more space never hurt anyone. Perfect size for you, stranger.
Buy this and get the scope for free, limited time only. You're such a nice guy.
All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. Where you gonna put this? Your pocket?
I'll put it in my ass. Damn, that is long. Long, man. I can fit it in there. Oh, I could have just auto-sorted. Oh my god, that's just so much more efficient.
Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their heads. Go on, take this as well, free of charge.
Aw, what a guy.
You're a man of good taste. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Stranger.
A well-tuned weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend.
I gotta upgrade that durability, man.
Molding a weapon. See how that feels.
I love me, the knife. The knife needs to stay with me. It is my greatest asset.
Our craftsmanship demands no less. Knife needs care every once in a while. Could be the difference between life and death. Anything else I can help you with? Don't get yourself killed now.
Let's kill some rats. Las ratas morirán. see you, you rat bastard. Quit moving. Oh my god, it's moving so much. You son of a bitch! Ah, fuck. There we go. Oh wait, there's another rat. Ah, god damn it. It's still... It's dead!
Yes.
Ah, god damn it! You know, I avoided that earlier. The bear traps always come back to bite me.
I see you took care of a request. Good stuff, stranger. What can I interest you in? Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose.
I'll take that.
You can't go come back any time.
I guess so. Damn it, I did it again. I could have fused that yellow herb with the fucking red one that I had. Ah, why do I do this to myself? I can always reload and do it again. Oh, I can't. I can't do it. Oopsies. Alright. Guess we'll just proceed.
The hell am I?
¿Dónde está? Ahí está.
I should be able to register. Yeah, I was about to say. Should be able to register, right?
No dejéis que se... ¿Pero qué coño?
Stop it, Grandma.
Out of the way.
You're misbehaving. Where's the zoom in? Where's my scope? my god. Oh, that's one. I wish I can see better. No veo nada. Estoy ciego. Oh, veo a alguien que entró en ese hogar. God. No te veo. Si sabes que estoy aquí, pues búscame. Encuéntrame.
¡Un forastero!
God damn it. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, that's not fair! Where did the dynamite come from?
Welcome. Nice work.
Let me go get the goddamn rats again.
Anytime.
Yes.
So that's a request. Well, look at you, mate. Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Stranger.
Well, what can I do you for? Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
Like hell will.
A deal well struck. Came into some other bits involved. A bit more space never hurt anyone. Perfect size for you, stranger. Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their heads. A wise choice. I know, I say that a lot, but I mean it. Anything else I can help you with? Good luck to you, stranger. Try that on for size. All yours, stranger.
If I could turn into a vehicle, what vehicle would it be? It's a very, very good question.
Knife needs
Now I'm really thinking about it.
difference between life and death. Your weapons are in good hands, mate. I'll see you right.
A vehicle. A vehicle. A fighter jet.
Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose. Will that be all pleasant travels?
Scarlet Starscream would be proud, yeah. Speaking of Starscream, that just reminded me that I saw like a thing on Twitter not too long ago with with Megatron getting punched in the face while on the ground by Optimus Prime, and he's like screaming for Starscream to help him, and Starscream's all busy with a burger. Why am I playing RE4? Because spooky month. Tomorrow is spooky day. Well, not tomorrow. I think it's the 31st, which is soon. But who gave you permission? I gave myself permission. What are you gonna do, huh? What the fuck? Bitch! How did you not stagger? I'm not nice enough. I want to be even nicer. And you can't stop me! You can't stop me! I'll eat the egg. But I do love me some hugs. Brother, I love you. I love you lots. Did I play a lot of RE2 Remake? No, I didn't. I unfortunately only played the... I only played through it once. But I did like the game a lot. I don't mind playing it again. I was thinking of the... What you call it? Of the randomizer that you was talking about. How the fuck did I miss? Huh?
All right.
You just show me how to do it, and I'll try it. I don't mind. I like that game. That game is fun, and it's like you said, it's more about survival than anything else. Oh, I see. Okay, I like that. Yeah, he's played RE before. He didn't spot me yet, game. I don't think he's played the remakes of 2 or and 3 though. Oh, he has a gaming PC. Are you serious?
Out of the way.
Ah! Oh my goodness, are you serious? Ah! Oh, he fucking killed me! do 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 I say harder, Daddy, as you do it to me? As you're choking me out? The parasite killed you. Yeah, that's a stupid thing.
Where am
Un forastero. No
Who said it was sexual? Oh my god. Pero qué coño? Coñazo. It's not like I can't understand it. Why didn't I get the scope? Why is the scope not with me?
Welcome. Well done. You've proven yourself reliable. Got some rare things on sale. Give that the care it deserves, mate. See how that feels, mate. Fella like yourself should notice the difference right away. Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? All yours, stranger.
Oh wait, I know what happened. I need to load my game again.
Welcome. I knew I could count on you. Got some rare things coming.
What? I thought I did all this. I guess I didn't save. God damn it. I didn't save me selling all of this shit.
Welcome. Ruby's all rubbish. It makes not a deal well struck. Will that be all then? You can't go wrong with that. Came into some other bits and bobs too, mate.
I had
All my
two
wares
jobs.
are in tip-top shape. I assure you. Let us know when you've made some room.
I need to purchase the upgrade first.
A bit
There we
more
go.
space never hurt anyone. Perfect size for you, stranger.
There we go.
Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their
Alright,
heads.
rest well.
Don't get yourself
Does that
killed,
mean
mate.
I didn't get the rats?
Welcome.
What happened to the rats?
What you buying?
Yeah, I clearly didn't do the rat
Suit
quest.
yourself, stranger.
God damn it. Ugh. Why am I so bad at survival horror? Where them rats at? That's a rat. I'm gonna get that rat bastard. It should be easy for you. Excuse me? Have you heard of dark type weakness? We're afraid of things that bump in the night. And bugs. There we go.
So that's a request. Well, look at you, mate.
Oh, damn it.
Pleasant travels.
Now I better save this time. Nice shot.
The hell am I?
What? No, you're lying. They did? Oh, Centro. There's been a lot of leaks with him. Oh, you have to link me, man. I'm curious. I want to see. That's it? For real? That's the thing that apparently fucking when people see it, it's so terrifying that it kills them? There's no way. I'm a little disappointed. It certainly is nothing special, man. Maybe the mystery was way better than having it revealed.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? That's good work, if I do say so myself. Try that on for size.
Aw. Well, there is no mystery. It just is. Oh yeah. Putu hasn't uploaded the high res version of the commission of our Mario and Luigi commission, hasn't he? Cause I didn't see it last time I was checking FA. He did? When did he do it? Because I didn't see it last time. You're just gonna have to pass it to me, cause I seriously didn't see it. Maybe I'm just blind. And I'm a threat to your plans. I'm no threat. Oh, what the fuck? What happened to my motion controls now, game? Why does this keep happening to me? I gotta turn off the motion controls and turn it back on. Yeah, of course I use motion controls. I use gyro controls for aiming in a lot of stuff. It's just so much more natural to me.
All right.
Oh, he saw me. Or I saw him, but he didn't react. Ah, fuck! Well, I get down this now. Oh my god! I am so sick of that dynamite shit. Bitch got... Oh boy. I can't fucking open that, I see. Just kill yourselves. Gotta blast! Oh! I will die if I don't fucking use my herbs. Alright, Eurasia. Later, buddy. They cut the fucking bridge? Oh, look, another yellow herb. I need a red herb. I'd love to get a red herb. Oh my god.
Out of the way.
Break through it all and don't look down. This guy. You don't need to, man. Wait for a sale or something. Ah, first aid spray. I love it. I'm happy for that. Ah. How? Oh, I can't go back up. Wait, you. Oh, wait. Ern, you still haven't finished Silent Hill 2, right? The. Have you been making any progress? All right, Shadow. Yeah. Oh, dude, but Shadow is so good. I still want to play more Shadow. Holy. You're still alive? Man, the enemy AI is just something else. Yeah, I'm still very happy with how Shadow Generations came out. They did such a fantastic job. I can't even begin.
Sorry.
You know,
Sorry. Must have slipped.
Are they just gonna keep coming? I hope not. Can I just snipe them? Oh, what the fuck? You're not dead yet? Is that it? Oh, I see you. Ahí va esto. Pendejo. Okay. Weapons check. Now I can explore to my leisure. Thank goodness. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Oh, there's someone still alive? Oh boy. Oh, from behind? You're gonna get us both killed, you fucker! Not this again! I'm sick of your shit. And I'm sick of your shit. Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow! Fuck off. What the fuck?
Sorry, must have slipped.
Roadhouse. Are you serious, lady? Oh my god, are you... Where are they coming from? You know, lady... That should be everyone. I'm gonna go back to my friend.
Hello, stranger. Welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Stocking up while you can. Wise choice. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's the way to be. Don't get yourself killed now.
Look at me, being too careful. And all because I want to keep those... I want to keep the yellow herbs for when I find a red herb to combine all three. Wait, there's nothing else here, I believe. The map look like. I do have to go back. It's funny how little loading this game has. Damn, I fucked up. Oh my god. Resources. Death chamber, death chamber, death chamber. I don't want to kill the crows. That would be a murder. Weapons check. I don't like rifle ammo is the one thing I don't have. I see myself using rifle ammo too much. I'll do it. Ah, I fucking hate myself. Oh god, not the chainsaw, man. Are you blocking my shotgun shots? Eat in the ass! And then goes another fucking knife because of you, you fucker.
Finally.
I have my combat knife? Yep, I do. Thank Christ for that. Now, I need some shotgun shells. Which I can't do, because I need 12 of those fucking things. Oh, hey, hi, what's up? Could have used that as an advantage, actually. Oh, what the f... From behind? Oh. The tripwire doesn't work anymore.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Can't use that key there. I think it's for the locked chest that I see. I'm sick of how many of those there are.
Not too shabby. Someone has shown up their neighbors.
Who puts a brown chicken egg in an oven?
Old photos.
Finally! A red herb. Wait, I got 2? When? Fuck it. I could use those right here. I'm a happy man. Oh! There was supposed to be a new chapter on the 28th, wasn't there? Fuck. I'm gonna stop for now. I made some okay progress. Didn't do too much today though. Completed challenges, okay. Da da da. Shut down, game. There we go. I was about to say. Alright.